Okay, so this is a recorded discussion of CFLM 212, the remaining topics on midterms. So I am doing the recorded discussion to supplement all the lessons that we have not tackled. So isusimulan ko siya dito sa Filipino value system. Though alam ko, dun sa isang section, na-discuss ko na to. But for everyone na lang, para ma-review nyo na lang ulit, though this topic is very simple, I need to discuss. Okay, let's start. So, Filipino value system, the Filipino traits and values. So, na-discuss ko naman to nung una pa lang sa prelims, the difference between traits and values. Pag sinabi nating traits, ito yung parang personality natin. The distinguished quality of characteristics, 'di ba, of a certain person. Ito yung karakter mo, ito yung personality mo. Trait, ikaw yan. When we say values naman, ito yung mga pinapaniwalaan mo as a person. These are individual beliefs that motivate people to act one way or another. So they serve as a guide for human behavior. So the term kapwa or the shared inner self lies at the core of the Filipino values and psychology. A person who treats another as a kapwa has a shared sense of identity and consciousness with that other person. 'Di ba pag sinasabi natin, bakit ka ba ganyan? Hindi ka ba naawa sa kapwa mo? Kapag sinabi natin yung word na kapwa, tayong mga Pilipino, ibig sabihin parang you shared your inner self. Parang you you consider that person as as your kapatid, 'di ba? As something na merong value sa buhay natin. Hindi naman simple na kailangan ka dugo. Kapwa in a sense na alam mo kababayan mo, kapwa in a sense na alam mo kapitbahay mo or your neighborhood. Ganyan. So that is kapwa. So these are the positive Filipino traits. Pag sinabi nating positive, ito yung mga goods or positibo. So hospitality, the heartwarming generosity and friendliness. Filipinos are very known for its own trait na hospitality. Ibig sabihin, hospitable sila. Ibig sabihin, kahit malayo ka man or hindi ka nila kilala, di ba? They really accommodate, especially yung mga foreigners. Kaya di ba yung mga foreigners, they love to go back in the Philippines in the sense na ang alam nila is, it's because ang mga Pinoy, napakabait, very welcoming, yan ang ibig sabihin ng hospitality. Ayan. Respect of use of po and opo, yan, of course, not only in the Philippines that we use po and opo as a sign of respect for the elders. We also pagmamano. Ayan. Walang nagmamano sa ibang bansa. Tayo lang. Pinoy yan. Ibig sabihin ng Filipino is eto yung mga katangian ng mga Pinoy na ginagawa natin. Na hindi naman ginagawa ng ibang nationality. Ayan. Bowing to employers. To yung bowing to employers, parang nakuha lang natin to sa mga Japanese or Koreans, diba? Nagbabaw sila. Pero ngayon kasi nowadays, trait din ng mga Pinoy na kapag may nakita sila na mas mataas sa kanila, mas mataas sa posisyon, nagbabaw sila as a sign of respect. Ayan. Strong family ties and religions. Ayan, diba? Close talaga yung mga family, mga tito, tita, kaya nga may extended family sa bahay. Ganyan ang strong family ties and religions. Not unlike with the other countries, hiwa-hiwalay sila. Generosity and helpfulness, ito yung tinatawag nating all for one for all. The strong work ethics and loving and caring. Doon sa strong work ethics, ang Pinoy po, ang isa sa mga masisipag talagang worker. Kaya nga sa ibang bansa, gustong-gusto din nila yung mga Pinoy kasi alam nila masipag sila and they're very willing to do or to extend their work. And of course, they're very loving and caring. So those are the positive Filipino traits. Kung meron tayong positive, meron din tayong negative. Ang ibig sabihin ng negative, hindi maganda. Pero nakaugalian kasi ng Pinoy ugali na nila. Number 1, yung tinatawag nating fatalism or yung tinatawag na bahala na attitude. Most of the time, 'di ba, madalas sa mga Pinoy, kapag meron silang pinagdadaanan or something to happen or meron silang gagawin, kapag hindi sila handa or they are not that much prepared, sabihin, bahala na si Lord, Bahala na si Batman. Minsan mag-exam kayo. Ay, bahala na. O katulad ngayon, midterm examination. Sabihin nyo, ay, bahala na bukas. Ayan. Negative trait po yun ng Pinoy. Next, manana habit. Ano ang manana habit, ma'am? Ang manana habit, ito yung mamaya na. That is manana habit. For example, there's a task, o gawin mo to, imbis na gawin mo siya ngayong wala kang ginagawa, iunahin mo pa yung TikTok mo, Facebook mo, ang sasabihin mo mamaya na, mamaya na. That is manana habit. And then, makikita mo is deadline na pala, tsaka ka magka-cramming. That is manana habit. Another negative Filipino trait is the crab mentality. Ang crab mentality po, ito yung naghihila pababa. Ayaw mo na naaangasan, ayaw ng isang tao na naaangasan siya or parang tumataas na yung kalagayan ng ibang tao. That is crab mentality. Nanghihila pababa. Ayan. Hypocrisy. Ayan, yung mga hypocrisies dyan, parang hypocrite. Ayan, hipokrito. Meron din tayong tinatawag na ningos kogon. What is ningos kogon? Ang ningas kogon, kadalasan ganyan din kayo, students. Ang ningas kogon is that ngayon lang sila magaling. Pagka mamaya, wala na. Parang hindi nila sinisimulan or hindi nila tinatapos kung ano man ang sinimulan. Parang sa una lang yan. Ayan, sa una lang siya ganito. That is ningas kogon. Next is tardiness or Filipino time. Ayan, we're very well known with this, the Filipino time. Pag sinabing 8 o'clock ang pasok, papasok yan 8:30. Filipino time, ibig sabihin parang, not only in school, di ba? Pag magkikita kayo ng mga friends mo, 8:30, sabihin mo, 8:30, paalis na. Pero ang totoo, 8:30, maliligo ka pa lang. That is Filipino time. Sa ibang bansa po, when you say this time, talagang sharp na dyan yung mga yan, or early silang darating. Dito lang naman sa Pilipinas yung naliligo na ako kahit hindi pa sila naliligo. Gossiping. They love marites. Ayan. Mare, ano ang latest? Gossiping. Chismis dito, chismis doon. Lalo na kung nakatira ka sa baryo. Blaming. Ayan, naninisi. Ibig sabihin ng blaming, parang blaming others. Imbis na akuin mo yung kasalanan mo, you tend to point it out to the others or blame it to the others. Selfishness. Okay? Ano naman ang selfishness? Pagiging makasarili. Hindi siya nag-share. Okay, that is selfishness. Next, disobedience to simple rules and instructions. Diba? Madali lang naman yung mga instructions. But most of the time, the Filipinos are not very well disciplined para ayusin or para sundin yung mga simple rules and instructions. Kunwari, sa school na lang, diba? Alam ninyo na dapat you should wear your proper uniform, naka-tuck-in, naka-charol with black socks, diba? With complete accessories, ganun dapat. Pero kahit ganun, 'di ba? Nasasabihin ng mga tao ng mga Pinoy, wala naman nagbabantay ay hindi naman chine-check So those are the disobedience to simple rules and instructions. Kaya hindi tayo organize kasi napakadami nating magaganda sanang batas. Kaso hindi siya nagagawan ng proper implementation because walang nagpapatupad ng maayos. Also, yung mga Pinoy, ayaw nilang sundin. And, meron din yung attention taker or parang yung KSP na tinatawag nila or kulang sa pansin. May mga ganong klaseng Filipino trait. Though itong mga negative Filipino trait, hindi ibig sabihin ito, meron kayo niyan. Okay? Pero most of the time, iba't ibang tao, hindi ko naman sinasabing lahat yan na sa inyo. Okay? Meron lang specific na tao na ganyan yung ugali nila. Ano pa po? Onion skin. Pag sinabi nating onion skin, eto yung mga balat sibuyas. Konting nagtatampo. Konting bati lang, wala na. That is onion skin. And of course, living beyond means. Living beyond means, ibig sabihin nito, can't afford, pero pipilitin niya maging afford. Living beyond means, for example, naka iPhone 15 Pro Max ka, 1 terabyte, 'di ba? Pero ang trabaho mo ay tagalinis ng kusina. That is living beyond means, okay? Unless mayaman ka talaga. Living beyond means, ito yung mahilig silang maki-afford nung mga alam nating extra sa needs. Ayan. Once lang. Dahil gusto lang makisabay sa uso, dahil gusto lang makisabay sa trending, that is living beyond means. Okay? parang hindi sapat yung kinikita mo para masustain mo yung ganong klaseng social na life. So those are the examples of negative Filipino traits. Next. Okay. Now, the family. Okay. Sa Philippines kasi, strong talaga ang family ties. Diba nga, sa ibang bansa, kapag matanda na yung magulang nila, anong nangyayari? Pinapaalaga nila yan. Meron silang home for the agents, diba? So, the family. Filipinos are known to have the strong family ties. This is why it is common to see the different generations of multiple families living in a single residence. So, sino sa inyo yung sa isang bahay kasama si lolo at lola, si tito at tita? Diba? Ganyan ang strong family ties. Pero sa abroad, pumunta kayo, hiwa-hiwalay ang mga bahay ng mga yan. The family is the center of the Filipino community. Ayan. In the family, children are not expected to leave their parents' house until they get married. Diba sa Pilipinas, hindi ka aalis sa bahay ninyo unless nag-asawa ka na. Kahit umabot ka ng 35, 40, kung hindi ka pa nag-aasawa, you are still with your parents. Most of the time, ganyan ang nangyayari, diba? Pero sa ibang bansa po kasi, para maintindihan nyo, at the age of 18 years old, some of them are expected to leave their own house. Expected na yan, naaalis na yan sa sarili ng bahay or bahay with their parents. Even after then, yung iba pa rin ha, yung iba kahit nag-asawa na nga dito sa Pilipinas, they opt to stay with or to close to their or their spouse parents. Iba tumitira pa din sila dun sa bahay ng magulang nila or gagawa sila ng bahay near sa magulang nila. Also, ito pa ang meron tayo sa mga family, sa mga Pinoy. The children are expected to care for their aging parents instead of sending them to the retirement home, 'di ba? Expect mo 'yan kapag Pinoy, aalagaan niya yung magulang niya. Ito yung parang natawag nating utang na loob sa magulang dahil pinalaki nila tayo. Ayan. Hindi katulad sa ibang bansa. Kapag matanda na ang magulang, alam mo yung nangyari, dinadala lang yan sa home for the agents, home for the parents, ganyan. Next, meron tayong natawag na humor and positivity. Filipinos are very known with humor and positivity. Yung tipong bahana, yung buong bahay ninyo, nakuha nyo pang mag-celebrate sa taas ng bubong. So, optimism, humor, and positivity are valued traits in the Philippines. Diba kahit ano man ang sukana, nakukuha pang umiti ng Pinoy or gawan ng joke yun or katatawanan. Filipinos love celebrations and festivities. Diba lahat ng barangay may piyesta. The country has a long list of national holidays and many provinces and cities have their own sets of local holidays. Meanwhile, they still find quality time for their families to celebrate birthdays, Christmas, and other instances. Ayan. So, Pinoy loves humor and positivity. Marami tayong mga pista, sineselebrate. Kahit ano nga lang, di ba? Bongga talaga ang celebration dito. Mapa-birthday, kasal, dito kasi ang birthday sa Philippines, bongga, no? Parang buong barangay i-invite mo. Sa ibang bansa, ang birthday sa kanila pizza lang at saka spaghetti lang. That's enough. Pero dito, kahit wala lang silang pera, anong meron, maghahanda at magmahanda sila. At the same time, in the face of difficult or challenging situations, members of community are encouraged to look at the brighter side of the things. Tingnan nyo to. Example nito, bahana pero nagiinuman pa. Nasalanta na tong yung dalawang tong batang to, pero tingnan nyo, ngumingiti pa na sila. In a place where natural calamities are commonplace, humor and positivity work as a coping mechanism. Much like how some children love to hide their embarrassment after sleeping or falling. Ayan. Diba kadalasan sa mga bata, imbis na umiyak sila, tumatawa lang sila dahil nag-slide sila. Ayan. Next, flexibility and adaptability. The term bahala na, which can be translated to whatever happens, happens. Ayan. Is one of the more familiar phrases used in the country. Lagi naman, diba, kahit saan ka pupunta, may gagawin ka, bahala na. May reporting ka, bahala na. It is perhaps the most representative of how Filipinos value adaptability and quick thinking. Adaptability and quick thinking, ibig sabihin, kahit anong mangyari, bahala na ako mag-adapt, kaya kong kaya kong maging flexible, ganyan siya. The expression exemplifies one's belief in a higher power and submitting one's faith to elements that cannot be controlled. Yung parang bahala na, kung anong mangyari, yun na yun. Ayan. Faith and religion. Spirituality is deeply embedded in the Filipino culture. A form of animism was already being practiced in many pre-colonial societies, and Islam has been firmly established in the Southern Islands even before the pre-Hispanic era. So these days, religion still plays a big part in society and the everyday lives of Filipinos. Diba sa Pinoy, talagang religyoso. Sa Mindanao, uso ang Islam, diba? Dito naman sa Luzon or Visayas, yung mga Christian. So, kahit nung sinakop na tayo, lalo pang tumindi yung pagiging sa faith and religion ng mga Pinoy. Next. The Catholic Church views still affect the passing of some laws. Most towns still hold fiestas to honor their patron saints, and many regular non-working or national holidays are dedicated to celebrating various religious activities. To many Filipinos, religion helps shapes their values and principles. Which is very true. Alam niyo po ba, dito lang nga merong nag-celebrate ng Holy Week Pero pupunta kayo sa ibang bansa, walang Holy Week. Dito lang sa Pilipinas ang nakita kong merong Holy Week na holiday talaga siya. Next, Filipino hospitality. Ayan. Filipino are very hospitable or welcoming. Ayan. Filipinos are naturally hospitable and guests can be expected to extend a very warm welcome to their guests, regardless of where they came from, how well they know their host, and why they are visiting someone's home. Ayan. Lagi nilang mainit ang pagtanggap. Ganyan ang mga Pinoy. Kaya naman yung mga foreigner, gustong-gustong nagbabakasyon sa Pilipinas because they felt very important. Parang napaka-importante kasi ganun sila ka-warm mag-welcome. Ayan. Hosts typically provide their guests with food and entertainment, and if there's time, a tour around the local destinations. Ayan, di ba? Pag may bisita ka, sigurado may pasalubong ka pa sa kanya. Tapos, ililibot mo pa sila. Ganun ang mga Pinoy In the Philippines, no one lives with an empty stomach. Lahat busog. Tapos, magkakaroon pa ng Sharon, di ba? Magbabalot pa yung mga yan. Before they leave, guests are even entreated to take home pasalubong, or souvenirs, which often come in the form of delicacies and local sweets. Iuwi to, di ba? Mag-uwi ka ng leche flan galing sa birthday, mag-uwi ka ng kakanin, mag-uwi ka ng kung ano man ibibigay ng isang bahay dahil laging bisita kanila. Next. Yan, ang mga Pinoy, they respect for the elderly. What can you notice about from the Americans? Sometimes they do not call their mom and dad as mom and dad. Kung ano lang ang pangalan nila, yun lang ang tawag nila, di ba? Pero dito, bawal mo tawagin yung nanay mo, Marites, Julia, Susan. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin yan, di ba? Kailangan mama or tita. Ayan. Tapos, kailangan nagmamano ka. Kasi pag hindi ka nagmano, what will happen? Ano sasabihin sa iyo ng mga kamag-anak mo? Ay, tanganak ng kaya, mabiyasang sisiklod Kapag maragol na nanuwaring pag-aralan may graduate may graduate niya mo, biyasang sumiklod. Diba, sasabihin niya ng mga kamag-anak ninyo? So, respect for the elderly. Filipinos have high regard for their elderly, including their parents. Even young adults still practice taking their elders' hands and saying mano po when they arrive at their homes. Next, industrious attitude. Masipag talaga yung mga Pinoy. Another one of the great characteristics of Filipinos is their being resourceful and industrious, lalo na yung mga nasa agriculture. They are determined to finish their set of goals despite difficult circumstances and limited resources. Matyaga rin Pinoy. Nyapin kay nga limang bansa, baluyo, burido rin Pinoy. Kasi potang magaw rin Pinoy ka rin, bala mo sulit ing bayat karang Pilipino kasi masipag la. Dito nga sa Pilipinas, uso ang overtime Yung tipong hindi alam mo, hindi ka naman babayaran ng kumpanya mo. Pero, dahil you love not to finish your work, mag-overtime ka pa. Next, generosity. Ayan. Filipinos are naturally helpful and generous people. They give as much as they can and extend help to family members and even strangers when needed. This is seen through the abundance of charity drives and foundation in the country, especially when calamities arise. Ayan. Very generous ang Pinoy. Lalo na kung may kaya naman sila. Kaya nga, and we also kasi di ba, promote volunteerism at saka yung parang bayanihan na kailangan nating tumulong. That is generosity. Next, Filipino core values. Yung kanina pinag-usapan natin, those are the traits. Positive traits and negative traits of a Filipino. Ito naman yung tinatawag nating Filipino core values. A core values is a person or organization fundamental beliefs. Pwedeng tao, core value, or organization. Kanwari, Philippine National Police. Ayan, may mga core value yan na sinusundan. Kunwari sa Pilipina, meron siyang mission and vision, meron siyang achiever. Ayan. Guide to know the distinction between good and bad and essential because they assist us to build our future. So, Filipino value system. So, the race, strengths, and cultural components. There are no negative Filipino values, only the wrong use of values or natawag natin na sabi nga nila, sabi ni Landa Hocano, wala daw Filipino negative values or negative Filipino values. Mali lang daw yung paggamit ng mga values natin. Ayan. Vary on the grounds of religion, education, and other factors. Mainly rooted on private alliance system based on kinship, duty, and friendship, religion, and business interaction. Ayan. So, this is the philosophical foundations of Filipino values. It focuses on preserving social harmony, the willingness of a group to be accepted. Ayan. So, Filipino desire a social harmony. Lagi naman ganyan diba, sa mga Pinoy, grupo-grupo sila. But also with nature and religion while remaining dichotomous. Ayan. So, meron tayong tinatawag na exogenous or foreign model. This defined as the international model, Filipinos from Western culture, ito yung mga Spaniards and Americans, inherited this model. Ayan. So, meron din tayong tinatawag na indigenous or traditional model, described as the traditional and non-formal model or guide which deeply integrated in the Filipino subconscious. Ma'am, bakit po tayo merong exogenous or foreign model? Kasi, nasako po tayo ng Spaniards and Americans. So, merong mga values yung mga yan na na-adapt natin. Kaya siya tinatawag na exogenous or foreign model. Ito namang indigenous or traditional model, ibig sabihin, sariling Pinoy talaga yan. Okay? Traditional and non-formal. Ibig sabihin, it is really integrated in the Filipino subconscious. Ito, the structures and elements of Filipino values. Structure values, hiya. Okay. Pakikisama and utang na loob. Define the Filipino's personality core value, kapwa. Types, ibang tao, other people, or hindi ibang tao, or not other people. So, notable elements tayo, optimism about the future, and pessimism about the current circumstances and activities. Ibig sabihin, optimism about the future, ibig sabihin, parang may pag-asa ka lagi. Lagi nating inisip, hindi, malay mo next year, di ba? Malay mo next week, iba na yan. Malay mo, sa susunod, babawi ka. Ang pessimism naman, parang negative on the current circumstances. Ano pa yung mga notable elements in the Filipino core values? The presence of friendship and friendliness. It is normal na ang Pinoy, makita mo marami laging kaibigan yan. They're also concerned for the others and the habit of being hospitable. Spiritual nature, yan, mapanalanginin at saka mapagdasal ang mga Pinoy. So, spiritual nature, fear of God, the respect of oneself and others, respect of family members, and of society, abhorrence of cheating and other acts. The values of the Filipinos uphold the following elements. Ayan. The family unit solidarity. Kailangan talagang solid ang family mo. The security of the Philippine economy, orientation of towards small groups, and personalism, the concept of loob or kalooban or yung sa sarili mo. So, these are the 5 Filipino core values according to Dr. Ramirez based on the Filipino basic aspiration. Meron siyang mapagpasalamat, ibig sabihin, lagi tayong thankful kung ano man ang meron tayo ngayon, di ba? We always have the positive outlook. We always find things to be grateful for. Matatag. Ibig sabihin ng matatag, the ability to last. Ayan. We have adjusted and learned to be powerful in moments of need and difficult times. Masigasig. Ito yung we do everything we can to get it when Filipinos dream of something. Ito yung parang, kung gusto mong makatapos, talagang masigasig kang mag-aral. Ibig sabihin, walang stop. Talagang gagawa ka ng paraan. At times, we're doing it for loved ones and relatives. Meron din tayong mapagmalasakit. Filipinos are very sympathetic person. Ibig sabihin, maawain or iniintindi na. We tend to understand the feelings of the other people. The compassion, okay, allows us to assist others without any exchange for anything. That is what we call mapagmalasakit. Mapagmalasakit ka sa mga kapwa mo. And next, of course, the Filipino core values is magalang. They say po and opo, pagmamano are separate methods of regard for Filipino people. Sa PNP naman, these are the core values. Do you know what's PNP? This is the Philippine National Police. So these are the key principles under the PNP core values. We have love of God, respect of authority, respect for women, respect for the sanctity of marriage, stewardship over material things, responsible dominion, and truthfulness. Ayan. Sa police service, tingnan mo ha. Servanthood. Service. Di ba ang ano nga namang PNP? To serve and protect. Ayan. So, servanthood, service and love for the nation and individuals. Excellence. Police are committed in making and doing things effectively and efficiently in all of their efforts. Ito pa, responsibility with accountability. Police carry out and execute their responsibilities and tasks as their moral duty is to serve the public with due diligence. If PNP ka or member ka ng Philippine National Police, talagang it's their moral duty to serve the people around them. Yan. Valuing people and respect for human rights. Police must always maintain their fellow human beings' dignity whenever they cater their needs. Kailangan ang mga PNP, there must be a respect for human rights. Kaya 'di ba, kapag may ginawa ang PNP laban, okay? Laban sa mga civilian, nasasampahan sila ng kaso. Hindi pwedeng kung ano lang ang gustong gawin ni PNP, yun lang ang masusunod. Kailangan may guidelines sila kung paano mapoprotektahan yung mga rights ng Pinoy. Next, integrity. Police take an uncompromising and coherent position in the fulfillment of their obligation. Pag sinabi nating integrity, ito yung parang pagiging honest mo sa trabaho mo. Ito yung parang pinaka-moral mo. Ayan, that is integrity. Courage, of course. When we say courage, from their moral strength, police draw their collective and individual power approach to always accept difficult duties as they are courageous enough to speak out against temptations, anomalies, corruption, and exploitations and stand firm. Courage, parang may lakas ng loob. Ayan. Next, empowerment. Police reach out and create bridges of collaboration, nurture volunteerism by training individuals for better society in their process. Ayan. Empowerment. Kailangan pinapalakas nila yung organization nila. So, those are the PNP core values. Next, let's go with the other topic, which is the Filipino heritage. Ito yung katudlong ng Filipino values. Ayan. So, Filipino heritage, the Filipino language, food, sports, and music. So, ito yung mga meron tayo dito sa Pilipinas. Filipino heritage. Ayan. The Filipino heritage, we have the UNESCO. So, ano po ba yung UNESCO, ma'am? Madalas ang UNESCO, nakita nyo lang sa TV or sa mga advertisement. Pag sinabi natin UNESCO, UNESCO is the United Nations Education, Scientific, and Culture Organization. Ang UNESCO, sila yung nagko-qualify kung sino yung pwedeng makasama doon sa World Heritage. Ayan. It seeks to build peace, okay, through international cooperation in education, science, and culture. The sites are judged to contain cultural and natural heritage around the world considered to be outstanding value to humanity. Ibig sabihin na outstanding value na kamamangka or kaganda, expected na maganda So, once na sinabi ng UNESCO na ito ay kailangan protektahan, ito yung isa sa mga world-class na nature, ayan ang UNESCO World Heritage. Ayan. Ito, tingnan nyo. We have Mount Himegitan Range Wildlife Sanctuary. The location of this one is in Davao Oriental and inscribed by UNESCO in 2014. Type, natural. Pag sinabing natural, hindi yung ginawa ng tao. Talagang likas na yaman natin yan likas na sa tanawin natin or sa mismong part ng Philippines. According to UNESCO, among the top reasons for Mount Himegitan Range Wildlife Sanctuary inclusion in the list of heritage sites in the Philippines because it represents a complete, kompleto, substantially intact and highly diverse mountain ecosystem. Napakaganda kasi niya. In a significant biogeographic region of the Philippines. Ayan. Ito po yung tinatawag nating Mount Himegitan na makita sa Davao Oriental. Ayan. Napakaganda ng kanyang structure. Next, meron tayong Church of Santo Tomas de Villanueva. This one is located at Miagao, Iloilo, and inscribed by UNESCO in 1993. Anong type niya? Cultural. Okay. So, Filipino master carvers incise the church entire surface. So, the Church of Santo Tomas de Villanueva is one of the best example of the fusion, okay? Cultural daw because of the culture of the Philippines. Fusion of the Western Baroque style embellished with Filipino folk motifs. So, with that being said, it's not surprising why this church is among the UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the Philippines. Ayan. Grabe, no? Ang ganda. So, talagang ginawa nila or sinadya ng mga yung mga master carvers para makagawa ng ganyang kagandang simbahan. Ayan. Grabe, no? Para siyang palasyo. Handmade yan. Next, Church of Nuestra Señora de la Asunción. Ayan, inscribed pa rin ng UNESCO in 1993, Santa Maria, Ilocos Sur. Ang type, cultural again, okay? Pag sinabing cultural, the culture of the Pinoy, kasi ginagawa nila yon, kultura nila, ayan. So, its key features include an 85-step stairway that leads to a carving of the Virgin Mary atop of a tree, and a bell tower which was added in 1810. The power and simplicity of its geometric forms and its location make the UNESCO World Heritage Site Philippines an outstanding example of peripheral Baroque architecture. Ayan. Oo nga naman. If they can maintain this one, napakaganda pa rin niya. So, that is Church of Nuestra Señora de la Asunción, located in Ilocos Sur, Santa Maria. Next, another. Meron tayong, ito kilala din to, di ba? Paway Church or Church of San Agustin sa Ilocos pa din. Ayan. Inscribed by UNESCO in 1993. Cultural again. So, this is one of the most notable earthquake Baroque, okay, structures in the country where the primary concern was to design the church for earthquake protection. Okay. Being one of UNESCO's World Heritage Sites in the Philippines, Paway Church has become a top tourist destination in the region. Di ba lagi nilang binibisita? Ayan, tong Paway Church. Ayan. Kasi parang built siya kahit magkaroon ng earthquake na massive yung kanyang structure. Of course, ito pa. Church of San Agustin in Manila, Intramuros, Manila, inscribed by UNESCO in 1993. Type, cultural again. The UNESCO World Heritage Site San Agustin Church, built between 1587 and 1606, okay? It is considered the oldest, okay, and longest standing church in the country. Pinakamatanda at mahaba, okay, or oldest and longest, okay, church in the country. The church was the only structure left intact in Intramuros during World War II. Grabe, sobrang tanda na niyan. 1587 and 1606 pa. Ayan, that is Church of San Agustin in Manila. Next, ayan, historic city of Vigan. Nakapunta na ba kayo ng Vigan? Di ba yung parang napakaluma, yung minentain nila nung Kastila pa. So, the location of this one is in Ilocos Sur, inscribed in UNESCO in 1999. Type, cultural again. established in the 16th century. Vigan is best preserved example of planned Spanish colonial town in Asia according to UNESCO. Tingnan natin. Ayan. Actually, yung ganitong design, ginaya nila to sa Kabanatuan. Merong ganito sa Kabanatuan dun sa mismo, I forgot, yung mismong bayan nila. Ayan, meron silang ganyan. Konti lang siya, maliit lang siya. Ginaya lang talaga nila. Pero ang original niya, nandito kay Ilocos Sur. Naalala ko na, sa Gapan. Ayan. Gapan. Meron nga ganyan. Kabanatuan. Gapan Nueva Ecija. Next. Puerto Princesa Subterranean River National Park. Ayan. Puerto Princesa, Palawan is inscribed in UNESCO in 1999. Type natural. Ibig sabihin, hindi ginawa ng tao. Puerto Princesa Subterranean River National Park is one of the world's most impressive cave system. Cueva po, ano? What makes it to the UNESCO World Heritage Sites Philippines, its uniquely and impressive features of spectacular limestone, scarce landscape, pristine natural beauty, and intact old growth forest and distinctive wildlife. Ayan. Kasama po yan sa UNESCO. Ayan. Napakaganda nito. Maganda yung kanyang wildlife. Protected yung mga yan. Next, sa Palawan ulit, we have the Tubataha Reefs Natural Park. So, in Palawan, inscribed in 1993 and 2009. Type, natural again. One of the most remarkable heritage sites in the Philippines is the Tubataha Reefs Natural Park. Most people consider this UNESCO World Heritage as this is the every diver's dream. Okay? Every diver's dream. As it covers 130,028 hectares including North and South Reefs. Ayan. Grabe no, ang ganda sa Palawan. Tignan nyo yung nature natin. The nature here in the Philippines makes us an outstanding one. Diba? Nabibilang tayo na World Heritage or kayamanan talaga siya. Next, we also have rice terraces of the Philippine Cordilleras. Ito naman, sino na papunta ng Baguio? Ayan. Ifugao Province, so the year inscribed by UNESCO in 1995. The type of it is cultural. Siyempre, ginawa lang yan ng mga taga doon. While this UNESCO World Heritage Site was built 1,000 years ago, the traditional farming technique is still practiced to this day. That's why the rice terraces of the Philippine Cordilleras are an important part of the Philippines culture and identity. Ito yung hagdang-hagdang pala yan. Ayan. Ayan. Diba nung elementary kayo, usually yan yung mga nakadikit sa wall kasi parang pinapakilala nila yung likas sa atin, yung mga nature ng Philippines. Ayan. Napakaganda, ano? Pag napuntahan nyo yan, napakaganda. Hanggang ngayon kasi meron pa din yan. Pero hindi na siya ganun kaganda katulad ng dati. Kasi nagbabago yung panahon natin. Pero nakaka-amaze kasi gawa yan ng mga Pinoy. Diba? Next. The Filipino language. Tingnan nyo ha, there are 175 estimated language spoken in the Philippines. Actually, hindi siya language yung language niya, parang dialect. Dialect in the terms na tayo, Kapampangan, biyasa tang magkapampangan. Diba? That is dialect. Madami po. There are 175. Almost are classified as Malayo-Polynesian languages. Among those languages, there are 13 indigenous language with nearly 1 million speakers. Ayan, English, Tagalog, Cebuano, Ilocano, Hiligaynon, Waray-Waray, Bicolano, Kapampangan, Pangasinense. Ayan, dami yan eh. Pero may mga pa yan. Meron pa silang, sa ibang lugar, meron pa silang ibang dialect na hindi natin maintindihan. So, transition of Filipino language usage. During the Spanish era, 60% of population used the Spanish as official language. That is why, yung sa batas natin, yung revised penal code, yung book 1 and book 2, we still use Spanish words na tayo ngayon, kayong mga Gen Z or ngayong mga generations, is that hindi nyo maintindihan yan. In early 1900s, they declined of the usage of Spanish after US occupation. So, after the Spaniards, dumating ng mga US. So, naging medium din natin yung English language. So, in 1935, English and Spanish named as official languages. We use English and Spanish. That is why Filipinos are very good in English because nasakop tayo ng mga American noon at nalagay yan sa culture natin. The Tagalog name as national language. Ayan. Tagalog renamed to Filipino. And in 1973, Filipino renamed to Filipino. Ayan. So, the Constitution names Filipino English as joint as official languages po natin. The Filipino and English. Ayan. Next, food. Diba? Sino ang hindi mahilig sa food? Ayan. Filipinos are big eaters even though it is not obviously seen in their petite bodies. Kadalasan daw payat naman yung mga Pinoy pero mahilig tayong kumain. Ayan. So, the Philippines is known as Asia's melting pot because of the uniqueness and variety of their food. Masikat kasi tayo sa panlasa, tsaka yung mga Pinoy magaling magluto. Ayan. So, Filipinos can't go the day without including the rice in their meals. Yan. Sino ang hindi makakain ng walang kanin? Diba? Laging may kanin. Not unlike in the other countries, having pizza, having pan, having any biscuit or any carbo pasta man yan, ano na yan? Tawag dito? That is already meal for them. Pero dito, kapag may handaan, meron ng spaghetti, may kanin pa, diba? Because Filipino love rice. Who doesn't eat rice? Unless nagda-diet ka, hindi ka talaga kain ng rice. They love plain rice matched with salted fish. Yan, no, yung mga daing, yung mga dried fish, chicken, and meat. Ayan. They serve rice first and followed by various viands. Viands, ibig sabihin ulam. They have grown to eat and cook. Ayan. Food. Next, sports. Ano nga ba ang pambansang sport ng Pilipinas? It is the arnis. The national sport of the Philippines is called arnis, a form of martial arts. Diba meron kayong arnis na subject? Filipinos love watching American games like basketball, football, and recently boxing, which made the Philippines more famous all over the world because of Manny Pacquiao. Yan. Filipino sports or Manny Pacquiao has been put on a pedestal due to his skill in boxing, and more Filipinos have risen to stardom in the sports arena. Next, music, arts, and literature. Filipinos are very fond of music. Kaya nga madami tayong singers, di ba, nakikilala sa ibang bansa. They use various materials to decorate sound. They love performing dances. Ito yung tiniklingan karanyosa. And group singing during festive celebration. Ngayon, ang nauuso is mga TikTok. Diba? Mahilig sumayo yung mga bata ngayon sa TikTok. Next, settlers from Spain introduced to them a variety of musical instruments like the ukulele, trumpet, drums, and violin. Most of their music is contemporary and they have also learned to write their own song based on real life events. Diba, yung mga folk songs tayo, ating kupong sing-sing, diba? Marami tayong mga folk songs that we create or the Filipinos created based on their culture, based kung saan sila galing. People also fan of folklore, which once influenced by the early church and Spanish literature. Jose Rizal, the country's national folklore, ibig sabihin yung parang mga kwento, katulad nito, di ba, merong Darna, ayan, ano ba yung mga kapre, yung mga kwento na mga kababalaghan, ayan. Sa country, Jose Rizal's, the country's national hero is famous of literature and novels, inspired the independent story of the country. Down to the last topic ng ating midterms, the 1987 Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines. There are just only certain sections na kailangan pag-aralan dito. So, bear with me, konting-konti na lang to, pagtyagaan nyo na para makuha nyo to sa midterm exam. So, of course, yung preamble. Ano ba ang sinasabi ng preamble? We, the sovereign Filipino people, imploring the aid of Almighty God in order to build a just and human society, establish a government that shall embody our ideals, aspiration, promote the common good, conserve and develop our patrimony, and secure to ourselves our prosperity, the blessings of independence and democracy under the rule of law, and a regime of truth, justice, freedom, love, equality, and peace do ordain and promulgate this Constitution. So, ito yung pinaka-memorize ng mga Pinoy noon, the preamble. Meaning, sakop ka ng Pilipinas. So, under the Article 1 of the 1987 Constitution, nga pala, paalala ko po, well, hindi pa po napapalitan yung Constitution natin, Still 1987 pa rin yan. May nakita nga akong meme sa FB nun Nakalagay doon, sabi niya, wag mo nga akong ginaganyan ng 1987 Constitution, 2024 na ngayon. Ayan. Kahit 2024 na ngayon, still ang ginagamit po nating Constitution, 'di ba? Is the 1987 Constitution. Unless babaguhin po nila yan, doon pa lang tayo magkakaroon ng bagong Constitution. So, Article 1 states the national territory. So, ano nga ba yung national territory ng Philippines? Ang national territory ng Philippines comprises the whole Philippine Archipelago, including all the lands and waters. Ayan. So, Philippines has sovereignty or jurisdiction consisting of its terrestrial, fluvial, aerial domains. Ayan. The waters around, between, and connecting the islands of the archipelago are still part of the Philippines. Regardless of their breadth and dimensions, form part of the internal waters of the Philippines. Ano nga ba yung pinagagawa ngayon sa Pilipinas? The Scarborough Shoal. Diba? Some of them claims na hindi daw yun sa Pinoy. Kiniklaim ng Chinese. Pero sa atin yun. Ayan. Article 2. Ano naman ang sinasabi dito? Declaration of Principles and State Policies Principles. Yan. Ano bang sinasabi? Ang Pilipinas po ay democratic and republican state. Ibig sabihin, sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them. Democratic, ibig sabihin may karapatan tayong bumoto. Hindi siya yung by appointing system. May say po yung mga Pinoy. Next, Philippine renounces war as instruments of national policy, adopts general accepted principles of international law as part of the law of the land. Ayan. Civilian authority. Ano ibig sabihin ng civilian authority? Civilian authority is at all times supreme over the military. The armed forces of the Philippines, yung mga sa AFP, as the protector lang ng people and state, and its goal to secure, so laging nauuna ang civilian authority. Tayo yung pinoprotektahan ng mga armed forces of the Philippines. Next, the prime duty of the government is to serve and protect the people. Ayan. Merong duty ang government sa atin, ito yung iserve tayo at i-protect tayo. The government may call upon the people to defend the state, and in the fulfillment thereof, all citizens may be required under conditions provided by law to render personal, military, and civil service. Ano pa? Section 5. The maintenance of peace and order, protection of life, liberty, property, the general welfare are essentials for the government by all the people of the blessings on democracy. Ito pa, sa Section 6, Article 2, diba laging nakahiwalay ang church and state. Ayan. So, kung ano man yung mga ginagawa nyo sa church yon. Kung ano man yung decision nyo doon, walang pake si state doon. Okay? There is always a separation of church and state. Ayan. Ang state naman, or yung bansa natin, di pwedeng pakialaman ng mga taga-church. Ayan. The state shall pursue an independent foreign policy. In its relation with other states, the paramount consideration shall be national sovereignty, territorial integrity, national interest, and the right to self-determination. Ayan. Yung bansa natin, kailangan independent tayo. Meron tayong sariling polisiya dito sa Pilipinas. Hindi tayo pwedeng sumunod lang sa mga batas ng ibang bansa. Ayan. Kaya 'di ba may mga batas tayo. Ang ginagawa natin, kung meron man tayong world worldwide na parang batas, katulad ng mga sa UN, i-adapt lang natin 'yon, pero meron tayong sariling rules or policy. The Philippines, consistent with national interests, adopts and pursues a policy freedom from nuclear weapons in its territory. Bawal po kasi yan. Ano pa? The state shall promote and just dynamic social order that will ensure the prosperity and independence of the nation and free of the people from poverty through policies that provide adequate social services, promote full employment, Okay? A rising standard of living and improved quality of life for all. Ayan. So, ang state daw, ang nagpo-promote ng para bang magandang nation para sa atin. Paano tayo mabubuhay ng mas maayos. Kaya yung mga nasa government, talagang ginagawa nila yung maayos para meron tayong trabaho, diba? Sinusolusyon na yung mga problema na kulang ang bigas, kulang mga supply, kulang ang trabaho, kulang ang masyadong mataas ang rate ng mga gastusin or mga bilihin. Ayan. The state shall promote social justice in all phases of national development. Hustisya. Ano pa? Kasama po sa Article 2, the state values the dignity of every human person. Kaya meron tayong human rights. Ano pa? The state recognize the sanctity of family life and shall protect and strengthen the family. Kaya lagi tayong, meron tayong family court eh. Diba? Meron tayong mga batas na susundan para sa pamilya, sa mga mag-asawa, sa mga magkaaway na anak at magulang. Ayan. Ano pa po? The state recognize the vital role of youth in nation building. Ayan. So, ang pinapromote kasi ng dapat ng government natin, not only the elders, kailangan sineshape din nila or minomold din nila yung character or nation building ng mga youth, yung mga kabataan. Kasi nga, sabi nga ni Dr. Josel, kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. Ibig sabihin, sila yung future generations. So, dapat ngayon pa lang, natitrain na sila. Ano pa po? The state recognizes the role of women. Ayan, of course. Hindi pwedeng mga lalaki lang. Ano pa po? The state shall protect and promote the right to health. Yung mga lahat ng mga nasa human rights natin. Right to health. Kaya nga dito, di ba, may nagkaroon tayo ng batas na naging universal yung PhilHealth natin eh. Actually, ang kinagandahan lang ng PhilHealth, member ka man ng PhilHealth or hindi, do nagbabayad ka man or hindi, pwede kang mag-avail ng tulong coming from the PhilHealth. Not unlike doon sa, maliban na lang, kahit na may HMO ka, hahanapin ka pa rin ng PhilHealth. Ayan. Yun lang kinagandahan ng PhilHealth. Pero, on the other hand, sa mga kapwa nating manggagawa, yung mga workers like me, minsan, nakakasakit din ng loob, yung kakaltasan ka kasi. 5% po kasi ang kaltas ng PhilHealth sa atin. Sa mga sahod po ng mga magulang ninyo or sino mang nagtatrabaho sa government or private entity, once they recognize PhilHealth, they have to deduct 5% from your salary. Ganun siya kalaki. Okay? Ano pa po? The state shall give priority to education, science, ayan, technology, arts. Ano pa? The state affirms labor or primary social economic force that shall protect the rights of workers. Kaya meron tayong DOLE. Ayan. Ano pa po? Madami tayong Declaration of Principles and State Policies Principles. Ayan ha. The state shall develop a self-reliant and independent national economy effectively. Ano pa? The state recognizes yung mga role ng mga private sector or yung mga investments. Ayan. The state should promote comprehensive rural development and agrarian reform. Yung pag-develop ng bansa natin at saka yung protection ng mga sa mga agrarian. Next. Ano pa po? Yan, right of indigenous culture community. Kaya meron tayong NCIP, di ba? Yung sa mga indigenous people, National Commission, para maprotektahan natin yung mga indigenous people. Ito yung mga kapatid nating Aita. Maganda nga yung mga benefits ng mga yan eh. Ano pa po? The state shall encourage non-governmental, community-based, or sectoral organization to promote welfare of the nation. Yung mga community-based na organization. Ayan. The state recognizes the vital role of communication. Ayan. Kaya meron tayong there's a freedom of speech. Ano pa? The state shall ensure autonomy of local governments. The state shall guarantee equal access to opportunities for public service and prohibit political dynasties. Okay? Bawal po ang political dynasty as may be defined by the law. The state, alam nyo ba yung political dynasty? Ito yung mga magkakamag-anak. Ayan. Tas hindi na natatapos sa termino. The state shall maintain honesty, integrity in the public service and take a positive and effective measures against graft and corruption. Kaya meron tayong mga batas, di ba, against sa mga graft and corruption. Ano ba po? Subject to reasonable condition prescribed by the law, the state adopts and implements a policy of full public disclosure of all its transaction involving public interest. Lahat, 'di ba, kapag meron silang batas, bagong batas na ginawa, ipapublish 'yan. At alam niyo ba yung mga kapag nagpapagawa sila ng mga daan, 'di ba makita mo yung mga sa DPWH tapos nakalagay yung kontrata, how much nakalagay, sino ang contractor nila. Kasi kailangan malaman ng mga tao saan nanggagaling yun at sino ang gumagawa. Bakit po? Kasi yung mga pinagagawa ng mga yan, yung perang pangpagawa ng yan, yan yung mga taxes na binabayaran natin sa bawat kalwari sa trabaho natin or kahit yung mga binibili nyo, meron pong mga tax yung mga yan. So, may karapatan yung mga tao na malaman kung ano man ang pinapagawa mo. Next. Okay, sorry. This is the continuation. Article 14. Okay? So, education, science, and technology are school transports. So, ano po ba yung nandito? Education, Section 1. The state shall protect and promote the right of all citizens to quality education at all levels and shall take appropriate steps to make such education accessible to all. That is why, di ba, meron tayong mga state universities, meron tayong DepEd. Ayan. So, kung wala ka mang ang pang-enroll ng college, they make sure na pwede ka naman mag-apply sa state university. Basta makakapasa ka dun sa mga qualifying or entrance exam nila. Yun ang pinapromote nila dito. Kailangan may karapatan ng bawat bata na makapag-aral ng libre. Kaya yung mga nag-aaral sa DAVSU, libre man ang binabayaran ng mga, or wala silang binabayaran. Next, the state shall, okay, establish, maintain, and support complete, adequate, integrated system of education. Ayan. Kaya may mga batas tayo about education. Kung ano yung karapatan ng mga mag-aaral, may karapatan yung mga guro. Establish and maintain system of free public, ayan o, free public education. Di ba nung elementary, especially if you're not, hindi naman kayo naka-enroll sa mga private school, meron po, pwede tayong mag-enroll, di ba, sa mga public school natin, under ng DepEd. Ayan. Without limiting the natural right of parent or to rear their children, elementary education is compulsory for all children of school age. Next. They establish and maintain a system of scholarship grants. Kaya nga diba ang daming mga scholarship, may TES, may scholar ni Gov, may scholar kay Mayor, ayan, student loan programs, subsidies, ayan, sa school nga meron ding diba, student financial assistance. Other incentives which shall be available to the serving student in both public and private school, especially to the underprivileged or yung mga walang karapatan or walang kakayahan, hindi walang karapatan, walang kakayahan na makapag-aral or magbayad ng tuition fee. So, they encourage non-formal, informal, and indigenous learning system as well as self-learning, independent, and out-of-school study programs, particularly those that respond to community needs. Yan. Provide adult citizen, disabled, out-of-school youth. Ito yung, di ba may ALS tayo, Alternative Learning System. Meron din tayong tinatawag na TESDA. Ayan. Section 3. All educational institutions shall include the study of Constitution as part of the curricula. Kaya may subject kayo 1987, Constitution. Ayan. They shall inculcate patriotism and nationalism, which is yung subject po natin ngayon. Ayan, ano pa po? Not only in our subject dito Actually, yung patriotism and nationalism is subject na rin during your elementary and high school. Right? Kaya kilala nyo na dapat si Jose Rizal, ganyan. Kasi nasa batas po yan na kailangan tinuturo sa inyo. At the option expressed in writing by parents and guardians, religion shall be allowed to be taught to their children in public, elementary, and high school. Basta, gusto ng mga magulang, okay lang. In respect with the religion nung bata at nung pamilyang yun. Ayan. Tignan nyo, high schools with regular cars by instructors designated or approved by the religious authorities of the religion to which the children and wards belong without additional cost to the government. Ano pa po? Section 4, the state recognizes the complementary roles of public and private institutions in educational system and shall exercise reasonable supervision and regulation of all educational institutions. Ayan. Ano pa po ba? Educational institution other than those established by religious groups and mission boards shall be solely owned by the citizens of the Philippines or corporation. At least 60% of the capital which is owned by such citizens. Kailangan ang may-ari ng school, kailangan Pinoy. The Congress may however require increased Filipino equity participation in all education institutions. The control and administration of education institutions shall be vested in the citizens of the Philippines. Ano pa? No, tignan nyo ha, no educational institution shall be established exclusively for aliens. Ano ibig sabihin ng aliens? Sa mga foreigner. Bawal po yun. Na kailangan yung school na to para sa mga foreigner lang. And no group of aliens shall compromise more than 1/3 of the enrollment in any school. So, kung meron man tayong mga hindi alien natin, pinag-usapan natin alien, pag sinabi natin alien, ito yung mga foreigner. Kailangan 1/3 lang yung population nila sa isang university or kahit anong school. The provision of this subsection shall not apply to schools established for foreign diplomatic personnel. Okay? Pwede na lang doon sa mga school ng mga foreign diplomatic personnel, sa mga dependents nila. Next. All revenues, assets of non-stock, non-profit educational institution used actually directly, exclusively for educational purposes shall be exempt from taxes and duties. Ayan, yung mga ginagamit nila for educations daw, kailangan exempted yan for tax. Propriety, ano pa? Proprietary educational institution, including those cooperatively owned, may likewise be entitled to such exemption. Basta may limitation lang provided by the law. Baka dinil sa lahat ng tax. Subject conditions prescribed by the law, all grounds, endowments, donations, or contribution used actually directly and exclusively for educational purposes shall also be exempt from tax. So, napakaganda ng education natin, no? So, lahat ng gagastusin nila, bumili man sila ng ganito for educational purposes, basta ginagawa ng DepEd or ng SHED, ganyan, exempted sila sa tax. Ayan, that the state shall take into account the regional and sectoral needs, condition, and shall encourage local planning and development of educational policies and programs. Academic freedom, ayan, shall be enjoyed in all institutions of higher learning. Sa atin, di ba, ibig sabihin ng academic freedom, may kanya-kanya tayong syllabus. Ayan, kaya hindi para-pareho yung syllabus natin kasi meron tayong academic freedom under the Constitution. Every citizen has the right to select profession. Ayan, ikaw, pwede kang mag-cream, pwede kang mag-ganito, depende sa kung ano gusto mo. Ayan. The state shall enhance the right of the teachers to professional advancement. Ayan. Non-teaching academic and non-academic personnel shall ensure the protection of the state. Ibig sabihin ng right of teachers to professional advancement, kung gusto niyo pang mag-aral, there's no one stopping you from there. Kung gusto niyo mag-training ito, dapat walang nag-i-stop sa'yo kasi according to Constitution, okay lang na mag-training ka na mag-training. Ayan. The state shall assign the highest budgetary priority to education and ensure that teaching will attract and retain its rightful share of the best available talents through adequate remunerations and other means of job satisfaction and fulfillment. Kailangan daw highest budgetary priority to education. Pero madami ngayon ang hinaing sa DepEd, kaya sila nag-resign is because totoo naman kasi, my mom is a public teacher. And nakikita ko naman yung workloads nila. Minsan hindi sapat doon sa time nila. Minsan sa sobrang dami ng kanilang mga paperworks. Yung paperworks kasi talaga yung nagpapatagal ng trabaho nila eh. Instead of them focusing to teaching only the kids or the students at school, ang nangyayari, nakakain pa yan dahil sa mga pa-report nila weekly, dahil sa mga meron munang ganito, meron munang ganyan, tapos i-visit sila ng mga ganito, which is nasasayang kasi for me it's nasasayang kasi kailangan nag-focus na lang sana sila sa mga estudyante. Kaya ang ending, kapag ang nanay mo ay teacher or tatay mo ay teacher, pagka-uwi ng mga yun, may ginagawa pa sila sa bahay. Diba? sa mga public school. Sa private naman meron silang depende sa university or specific college na meron kung ano yung policy nila. Pero kadalasan sa public, walang control talaga. Kaya 'di ba, sabi nila dapat taasan ng budget, nagkaroon sila ng mga admin. Minsan, ang katotohanan sabihin sa'yo, yung mga admin na yon na nasa school hindi naman daw gumagalaw or wala namang ginagawa sa gantong mga report. Yung mga teacher pa rin ang gagawa ng report. Ayan. So, hopefully, kung maayos yan ni Secretary Sara, 'di ba, ni ating Vice President, why not? Ayan. Language. The national language of the Philippines is, of course, Filipino. As it evolved, it shall be further developed and enriched on the basis of existing Philippine and other languages. Tandaan nyo na, Pilipino po tayo. So, for purposes of communication instruction, the official language of the Philippines are Filipino, unless it is otherwise provided by law na mag-English tayo. The regional languages are auxiliary official languages in the regions. Next, this constitution shall be promulgated in Filipino and English and shall be translated into major regional languages. So, yung mga constitution na to, meron siyang Filipino, meron din siyang English, meron din siyang mga translates na sa ibang mga dialects ng mga Pinoy. Yan. The Congress shall establish a national language commission composed of representatives of various regions and disciplines which shall undertake coordinate. Basta Filipino po ang ating Filipino national language. Science and technology are essential for national development and progress. So, the state shall give priority to research and development. Ayan. Ano pa? The Congress may provide for incentives, including tax deductions, to encourage private participation in programs of basic and applied scientific research. So, lagi silang nagre-research. Bakit po kailangan ng research, ma'am? For them to explore, for them to answer a specific problem, for them to give us the powerful insight of what are the things that we should do in a certain situation. Kaya nila nagkakaroon or pinupush nila lagi ang may research. So, the state should regulate the transfer and promote the adaptation of technology from all sources para hindi naman tayo ma-left behind. Actually, sa totoo lang, ang Pilipinas, yung technology natin dito, medyo naiiwan na tayo sa ibang bansa. Sobra. Kasi hindi pa natin ganun ina-embrace. Dito, di ba, ngayon lang kadalasan nagkaroon ng bidet sa mga CR, di ba? May mga tabo pa din. Mga technology natin dito na alam natin na medyo manual pa sa Pilipinas. Pero, tinatry naman natin ang very best natin, di ba? Para makuha yung mga iba't ibang technology. Di ba? Next. The state shall protect and secure exclusive rights of the scientists, inventors, artists, the gifted citizens. Because, kailangan natin po sila for their creations, di ba? Sila yung mag-iimbento ng gamot, sinong mag-iimbento ng mga sasakyan, sinong mag-iimbento ng mga gamit na kailangan natin in our daily living. Arts and culture, The state shall foster the preservation, enrichment, and dynamic evolution of Filipino national culture. Kaya natin pinoprotektahan yung mga culture natin They conserve and promote, di ba? Arts and letters shall ensure the patronage of the state. Kaya meron tayong mga art exhibits. Tapos yung mga arts or yung mga gawa ng mga dating pintor, talagang naka-exhibit yung mga yan, di ba? Bawal nating bilhin or bawal nating kuhanin. The state shall recognize, respect and protect the rights of indigenous cultural communities to preserve, develop their cultures. Kunwari yung mga grupo pa, o yung may mga tribo pa, talagang pinoprotektahan natin yan. Kasi dun tayo nagmula. Katulad na lang yung kay Wangod, di ba? Yung culture nila doon. O pumunta kayo ng mga bandang Ifugao, makita mo yung mga grupo doon, or yung mga sa tribo nila. So, we need to protect them. Kasi dun tayo nagmula. The state shall ensure equal access to cultural opportunities through education system. So, public or private culture entities, scholarship grants, other incentives, and community cultural centers for the public or other public venues. The state shall encourage and support researchers and studies on the arts and culture. Ayan. Next, sports. Ayan. Sa sports, nagkakaroon tayo ng issue sa Pilipinas, di ba? Sabi nila, konti daw or kulang daw yung suporta ng Pilipinas sa mga players niya kapag meron tayong ASEAN, ganyan, or meron tayong mga Olympics sa ibang bansa. So, the state should promote physical education and encourage sports programs, league competitions, and amateur sports, including training for international competitions to foster self-discipline, teamwork, and excellence. Kaya 'di ba, meron pa rin tayong intrams. Bakit kailangan ma'am lagi may intrams? Bakit kailangan may sports po? Kasi kailangan under the Constitution. Ayan. All education institution, shall undertake regular sports activities throughout the country in cooperation with athletic clubs and other sectors. Next, Article 15, the family. Okay? So, the state recognized the Filipino family as the foundation, the smallest entity. Ayan, di ba? And it shall strengthen its solidarity and actively promote its total development. Next, marriage. Marriage is inviolable social institution and it's the foundation of the family and shall be protected by the state. Kaya nga hindi kayo agad-agad makakapag-iwalay unless magpapaanal muna kayo. The state shall defend the right of spouses to found a family in accordance with their religious convictions and demands of responsible parenthood. Ayan. The right of the children to assistance including proper care. Ayan. The right of kaya may mga batas tayo about child, about the protection of the mother and child, about the protection of any abuses. Ayan. Tapos meron din tayong reproductive health bill, diba? For family planning. The family has the duty to care for its elderly members, but the state may also do so through just programs of social security. Section 16. Ayan, ito na yung sa flag naman natin. The general provision, the flag of the Philippines. Ano ba ang color ng flag? Baka hindi nyo alam ha. It shall be red, white, and blue with the sun and 3 stars as consecrated and honored by the people and recognized by the law. The Congress may, by law, adopt a new name of the country, a national anthem, or national scene, which shall be truly reflective and symbolic of the ideals. Pero, matagal yan bago nila palitan yan. Ayan. Next, the state may not sue without its consent. Ayan. The armed forces of the Philippines shall be composed of a citizens' armed force which shall undergo the military training. Ayan. Wala pong nagiging a member of AFP na walang military training, as may provided by the law, and shall keep a regular force necessary for the security of the state. Ano pa? All members of the armed forces shall take an oath. Ayan. Or oath of or affirmation to uphold and defend this constitution. Once na naging army ka na, mauuna mong ililigtas ang bansa bago ang pamilya mo. Ayan. So, the state shall strengthen the patriotic spirit and national consciousness of the military, professionalism in armed forces, and adequate remuneration. Kapag nagkukulang hiring sila ng hiring pag may namamatay or mayroong nag-retire. No member of the military shall engage directly or indirectly in any partisan political activity except to vote. Hindi sila pwedeng maging member ng partisan or political activity. Kailangan lang yun or pwede lang yun after nilang mag-serve as a soldier. No member of the armed forces in the active service shall at any time be appointed or designated in any capacity to a civilian position in the government. Bawal po. Kasi ang trabaho ng mga armed forces of the Philippines is to secure the Philippines from the foreigners or yung mga pwedeng sumakop sa atin or sumira sa Pilipinas. Laws on retirement of military officers shall not allow extension of their service. Ayan. Kailangan, kapag tapos na talaga, hindi pwedeng, doon na lang ako, kapag ka-retired ko lang, doon na ako mag-extend ng aking trabaho. Hindi. Once na nag-retired ka na, yun na yun. So, meron kang retirement fund naman. Next, officers of men and regular force of the armed forces shall be recruited proportionately from all the provinces and cities as far as practicable. The tour of duty of Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces shall not exceed 3 years. Yan. Ito yung mga hanggang 3 years lang yung chief nila. Chief of Staff. However, in times of war, pwede yan mag-extend. Ano pa? The state shall establish, maintain one police force. Ano po yung one police force natin? Ito yung Philippine National Police, diba? Article 16, Section 6 states that the state shall establish and maintain one police force. Ito yung Philippine National Police. Kasi dati, alam nyo, meron tayong PC, meron tayong Philippine Constabulary, meron tayong INP, yung Integrated National Police, tapos pinagsama nila. Ngayon, nung bago yung Constitution, ayan, kailangan iisa lang yan. Kailangan PNP lang yan. The state shall provide immediately and adequate care, benefits, and other forms of assistance to war veterans. Ito yung and veterans of military campaigns, their surviving spouses. Ito yung kapag namatay, 'di ba, yung mga sundalo. Sigurado may makukuha naman yung family. Ano ba po? The state shall from time to time review to upgrade the pension. Nagkakaroon tayo ng batas diyan para dun sa pension na makukuha nila once they retire. Both government and private sector yan na. The state shall protect consumers from trade malpractices and from substandard or hazardous products. The state shall provide the policy environment for the full development of Filipino capability and the emergence of communication structures suitable to the needs and aspiration of the nation, balanced flow of information into, out of, and across the country in accordance with the policy that respects the freedom of speech and the press. Freedom of speech. Ano pa ba? Eto, last. The ownership and management of mass media shall be limited to the citizens of the Philippines lang. Okay, mass media, Philippines lang. Wholly owned and managed by such citizens ng mass media. Ibig sabihin, kailangan Pinoy ka. Kaya 'di ba nagkaroon ng issue nun sa ABS-CBN. And kailangan daw may-ari niyan Pinoy. The Congress shall regulate or prohibit monopolies in commercial mass media. Ayan. When the public interest so requires. No combination, restraints of trade, or unfair competition therein shall be allowed. Only Filipino citizens or corporation association at least 70% of the capital which is owned by citizens shall be allowed to engage in this advertising industry. Kailangan talaga lahat naman ng business sa Pilipinas pagmamay-ari po ng Pinoy. Bawal po na ang mga business dito nakapangalan sa foreign. The participation of foreign investor in the governing body of entities in such industry shall be limited only. Mas madami pa rin dapat yung sa Pinoy. Next, Section 12, the Congress may create a consultative body. The Congress may create a consultative body to advise the President on policies affecting indigenous cultural communities and majority of the members of which shall come from such communities. Ayan. So, kailangan daw merong consultative body ang Congress na mag-a-advise sa President kapag nagkakaroon sila ng policies. Diba? May mga bagong polisiya tayo, laws tayo na pa-aprobahan para maprotektahan naman yung mga member ng mga indigenous cultural communities kasi baka nakakalimutan sila. Ayan. So, that ends the midterm topic. So, please review and good luck on your exams.